Ashley. Polls open early tomorrow morning, so candidates are making their final push to bring out their voters.
9 News Side's Craig Smith checked in on the candidates for one of the tightest races in the country, Congressional District 2. Craig.
You know, if you love suspense, Congressional District 2 is your race. It's a rematch between Democratic incumbent Ron Barber and Republican challenger Martha McSally. And Barber won the last race by less than 1%.
Hi, is this Karen?
Phone banks were in full swing at Martha McSally headquarters with margins so tight in a district where no one party has a commanding majority. It's critical to bring out loyalists and win over independents. We also asked about some of the hot-button issues of the race, with court rulings clearing the way for same-sex marriage in Arizona and other states. We asked both candidates how they might handle the issue if it came up for a congressional vote.
That is not a congressional issue at this point. It's between the courts and the states.
Well, I would vote in favor of marriage equality because I think that anyone who wants to have that kind of commitment, the rights and responsibilities that go with marriage, ought to be able to have it.
Barber has been spending the day visiting small businesses across the district, in this case Tucson Tamale Company. Both he and McSally have pushed commitments to help business and the economy grow. Another issue is how to treat a group known as Dreamers for a proposed law once called the DREAM Act. They are undocumented immigrants whose parents brought them to the U.S.
I think it makes a lot of sense for us to allow these young people to have a path to citizenship and be able to go into the military and go to school. I mean, after all, they came here through no fault of their own as minors. And they are, for all practical purposes, Americans. They don't have legal status, but we hope that they will get it.
McSally says first, Congress needs to do its job of securing the border and revamping the immigration system.
So that those who want to come here legally to work have an easy, nimble, and fast way to do that. And I'm willing to sit down and come up with bipartisan solutions to these other issues, to include those that have come here as kids. But we've got to address the root cause so that we've got, going forward, we're not incentivizing future illegal activity. So
Now, on the issue of Obamacare, McSally refers to the current system as a one-size-fits-all arrangement that needs to be replaced with something that brings the cost down and keeps choices between you and your doctor. Barber says he wants to revise the program, keep features like the rule that insurance companies cannot refuse to cover pre-existing conditions, but revise problem points, among them an employer contribution that helps members of Congress and only members of Congress pay their premiums.
Thank you, Craig. Staying with Project Red, White, and Blue, Arizona congressional race, District 3. It's up to voters to decide between the incumbent Congressman Raul Grijalva and the challenger Gabriela Salcedo Mercer. We met Salcedo Mercer as she worked to meet voters in West Side neighborhoods and visited Grijalva as his campaign made calls to bring out their voters. We asked whether Obamacare should be killed, revised, or left alone. Salcedo Mercer wants government out of health insurance.
Everything that the government gets their hands on, it fails because the government only creates bureaucracies and then they get out of control.
Grijalva wants to keep the program but refine it.
In terms of how it affects small businesses, I think there is still a place in the marketplace for a public option that will lower other costs. I really believe that there are things that you can do to fundamentally make the law better.